Greetings, wise ones. This is Melissa of 8th House Wisdom, author, psychotherapist, astrologer, feminine energy and stellar planning expert. I'm here to talk about Sagittarius season 2022 and all of the bright and fiery energy that this sign will bring to our shadow season of fall. If you're interested in learning more about what to expect for Sagittarius season and how to apply stellar planning techniques for the next 30 days to make the best of your time, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Welcome to Sagittarius season 2022. We have managed to clear the dust of fall eclipse season and have emerged with the sun showing up in a lovely fire sign that brings a sense of hope and optimism and truth after diving really deep during Scorpio season. I consider Sagittarius really to kind of be the bright light that we need in fall to help keep us going. And that may be in part to the fact that it is a mutable sign. So it carries, as all mutable signs do, it carries a dual energy, and it also is the transitional point between two seasons. So, in the next 30 days, we're going to be working with and experiencing a sense of duality. And after kind of plunging into the depths and spending time in the underworld, doing those scorpionic things, we're now being asked to turn our eyes to the heavens and far beyond the horizon to see that which you can't see and to desire things that cause you to expand your outlook, expand your reach, and expand your worldview. In addition to the sun moving into Sagittarius, just a day later, we will have the new moon in Sagittarius. So the sun will be moving in to blaze its bright but dimming light right at the time of the dark of moon phase. That is when there is no sunlight reflected and the sky is darkest as it possibly could be before starting the new moon cycle, which is the revelation of that sliver of light. That's going to be a bit more dramatic in this next 30 days, just the appearance of that, because we're in a Jupiter rule sign, which is known for its sense of luck, but also its sense of largesse and expansion. And so, also, on the day of the new moon, on the 23rd, Jupiter, the ruling planet of Sagittarius, will station direct in Pisces, which really means we all need to adjust our filter tremendously. I mean, we've already, if you've been following my videos, you're going to need to adjust your filter, because if you took my recommendations, you were moving through Scorpio season with your eyes closed to feel your way through the dark and the shadow. So you wouldn't get confused by some of the things that were popping up and going bump in the night. Now that we're here at this fire season time and the energy is spirited and action oriented, we have a desire to really want to jump out and explore and to see more. We're going to really need to focus our time and energy on things that cause us to grow and expand. Now, hopefully we're not talking about our waistlines unless that's something that you want, but not only are we in a action or spirited energy cycle, but we're also in a masculine or yang energy cycle, because fire signs and air signs are masculine yang energy that cause us to have an external focus, unlike feminine yin energy where we're focused inward. So with the combination of outward focus and expansive energy finally turning outward again, most of us are not going to feel like being in the house. Most of us are not going to feel like eating the same things, seeing the same things, listening to the same things. We are going to have a pretty big case of wanderlust. And I certainly am raising my hand because I am a Sagittarius natal moon. So I always have wanderlust, and travel is one of my favorite pastimes. Again, this wanderlust energy is also going to have a slightly dual aspect to it, again, reflecting the nature of Sagittarius, bridging the seasons of fall and winter, and pulling in the ninth house energy themes, because Sagittarius is the ninth sign and rules the ninth house of philosophy, higher learning, spirituality, travel, and global issues in general. To apply stellar planning principles, now would be a really good time to try different international cuisines, take a long distance trip if you feel so inclined and can, return to any spiritual or philosophical studies, return to college or higher education, because Sagittarius rules that, or pick up a foreign language, something that connects you culturally to something outside of that which is native to you. It'll also be important for us to focus on the fact that for the next 30 days, the sun in Sagittarius will be opposing Mars, which is retrograding in Gemini, which means we will have a lot of spirited energy from an ego perspective and a self perspective, wanting to feeling like we want to initiate and get up and go. But Mars is our get up and go planet because it's our inner drive and energy. So we may find that there's some push and pull between those aspects. And again, I'm raising my hand because I am a Gemini rising and a Sagittarius moon. So that push and pull of what really just feels natural and innate to me versus, is my body going to cooperate? Do I have enough energy in the tank to do that? Do I need to reconsider? Retrograde. All of those themes are things that will be coming up. We also want to take advantage of Jupiter essentially being in Pisces the entire time of Sagittarius season. Once it gets to Aries, it will trine, and that will happen the last day, December 20th. But having Jupiter moving direct and looking to the area of your chart where Pisces is, to see what areas of expansion will happen after the May retrograde. And you probably will see some things picking up from that particular period of time whose initiatory qualities will finally be able to go all the way now that we have direct motion. Sagittarius also brings in the third and final elemental cycle of the zodiac. The elemental cycle of the zodiac is fire, earth, air, water, and we have just moved through the powerful underground water of Scorpio and its emotions, and now we are at the highest vibration of our fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius being the oldest, represented by the violet flame, which shoots righteous arrows of truth and justice, and open-mindedness, which is something we really need, especially on the heels of things like our current political state in Western world and other places, holiday season, and the like. We need to be open-minded. Sagittarius season body wisdom. Sag rules the hips and the thighs. So when they are talking about shooting straight from the hip, they're talking about Sag people. It is a time for us, especially women. Please pay attention to what is happening with your hips, and your pelvic bowl and girdle, however you want to refer to it, because that is a place where women hold so much tension. And it makes total sense that Sagittarius, the centaur, who's half horse and half human, would rule a part of the body, the rear end, and legs and hips, which is a kind of an homage to both. Also, all mutable signs rule body parts that come in pairs, so thighs and hips. Note that whatever sign is being activated in a solar way, which is what we see when we're looking at horoscopes, so Sun and Sagittarius, a lot of our body wisdom in terms of pain and sensation and indications, especially if you're open to it and have learned to pay attention to your body, could be coming through that particular area to let you know if you're in alignment or if you're out of alignment. And if you don't really pay attention to your body, I highly encourage you to check in multiple times throughout the day to see how are you feeling in your hips and in your thighs. You probably could really benefit, since sitting is the new smoking, from setting an alarm to make sure that you get up every 30 minutes or so to take a 1 to 2 minute stretch. So we're not putting added pressure on our hips and thighs. A lot of our lower back and hip and all of those kinds of issues, in addition to the stress and wear and tear that we have, it's from sitting, because even though we think of sitting as relaxing, it is wear and tear, because our bodies are made to walk. I mean, horses don't sit down ever, and not unless they're in some kind of they'd have to be ill, right? A horse will lay down to have a baby, but otherwise the horse is on its last leg. Most animals and most mammals in particular are only in a position on their stomach or their back when they are sleeping or when they are passing. So this is a good thing for us to pay attention to, because one of my favorite Sagittarius activities to do is to do a walking meditation. And it combines all of the wonderful things that make Sagittarius and Sagittarian people so wonderful. Movement, action, thinking, philosophizing, noticing, synthesizing. This is a great thing for us to do during this period of time, despite the cold. And that kind of movement also, from a body wisdom's perspective, can help you do the integrative work, because energy is frequently trapped in our body and it requires movement. It requires spirited action in order to jostle that free, unlock it, and help us get to a point where we can process it and let it go. So, we talked a lot about the idea of what to do from a stellar planning perspective and thinking about our body wisdom. Generally speaking, Sagittarius traits, they're known for being lucky. They are known for being truthful. They are known for being intellectual, well-read, opinionated, great debaters, and relatively indomitable, because going down doesn't keep them down. These are important traits about this sign, and they're important qualities that we will be able to embody and put to great use right after an intense eclipse season. Because, as I titled the blog and this video, this is exploring a timeline shift. The changes that occurred with the eclipse really do mark, the fall eclipse season really do mark great beginnings and great endings. It's a timeline shift where the way in which we previously viewed things and previously behaved needs to be looked at, so we can see what things no longer serve us, what things we're moving forward, and what we are letting go. Sagittarius season is going to be a great time to do that reorientation. So we're really going to need to ask ourselves questions like, do we have the kind of relationship and the kind of family that we want? Do we have the kind of desired work-life balance? Do we have a good relationship with our significant other? Are we single and seeking a partner? Where would we like to give ourselves more time? Where do we yearn for more excitement? Where do we want to indulge a sense of wonder or imagination, right? This is a time to really, after plumbing the depths, go high, and to think in ways that cause you to be expansive. First go super low, then go super high. That's how we keep our waves balanced. And so this is really going to be the energy that's going to be able to help us. And again, the dark of the moon phase will be super useful in being quiet and reflective and beginning the integration process of what we downloaded over the past 30 days of Scorpio season, and then how we can not only think about that from a Sagittarius perspective, but live that actively in the upcoming days of Sagittarius season. Well, I hope that you all have gotten some insight and good information about what to do to really make the best of this next 30 days. I highly recommend letting go of old self-perceptions in any relationships and anything, any behavioral patterns, any self-talk, any choices that are no longer aligned with who you want to be or where you want to go. Because as we are transitioning from the end of this season where the light is dying into the shortest day of the year, which is the end of Sagittarius season and the beginning of Capricorn season, we will have a significant energetic assist in releasing and integrating shadowy aspects of ourselves. So, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about that information, or in particular to check out the major dates that are listed, including aspects, especially for stellar planning purposes, then head over to my blog, The Wisdom Well, so that you can check out this post and get all the information that's needed to apply the stellar planning principles in your everyday life. The purpose of my astrology is to make it accessible and easily applied for real life purposes. And to do that, you're going to need a copy of your birth chart. So you can head over to my website or use the link below in the description and grab a copy for free of your birth chart, so you can know what part of your chart is ruled by Sagittarius, and where other aspects that will be popping up during this season will be happening, so you can make the best of them. And last but not least, do check out these amazing, high quality, ethically sourced crystals that come from Spirit Magica. And when you do, make sure that you use my coupon code 8th House Wisdom for 11% off. They have amazing large packages and an amazing selection of crystals for you. And I'm super excited to talk about and ask you to save the date, because it is that time of year again, and 2023 is a 7-year, and it is a year where we are going to have planets working in threes, often in 3 signs, or making 3 major pieces. And so we have an opportunity to really triple our manifestations in 2023 with stellar planning. And so I would really love having you in my live Zoom that'll be taking place on December 18th, starting at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Save the date and be on the lookout for more information about how to register for this event via Eventbrite. And note that if you do come, you'll be the first to get your copy of the free 2023 Stellar Year Blueprint. I offer this as a gift and a blessing to everybody to be able to apply astrology easily. And that will be out and available to everyone in the public on the solstice 12/21, last day of Sagittarius season. But if you join me for the live presentation about the astrology for 2023 and doing a deep dive, you will get that early. It would be my pleasure to have you there. This is the perfect time to be doing it during Sagittarius season to expand our thinking and get ourselves ready for the new year ahead, because life does come with an instruction manual. It is written in the stars, and the stellar year blueprint is an amazing tool to be able to help you navigate the energies that come, and with a little bit more anticipation and a little bit more preparedness. So I hope that you all have gotten a lot today. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Share with anybody who you think this would be useful for. And I will see you in the next video, wise ones. Light and love. Take care.